When we think of the greatest baseball players of all time, a few names come to mind. Babe Ruth, Barry Bonds, Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, Mickey Mantle, and Lou Gehrig are just to name a few. The list goes on and on. Oftentimes, we find ourselves forgetting quite possibly the greatest hitter who ever lived. Theodore Williams was born in San Diego on August 30th, 1918. Son of Samuel Williams, a police officer, and May Venzer, a Spanish-American evangelist and lifelong contributor to the Salvation Army, Ted fell in love with baseball at an early age. At the age of 8, he was taught how to throw a baseball by his uncle Sal. Saul was one of his mother's 4 brothers, as well as a former semi-professional baseball player who achieved success and with the opportunity to pitch against legends like Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig. This love for baseball would continue to grow as Ted would become obsessed with the aspect of hitting. He also started as a pitcher for his high school and American Legion teams that led to him receiving offers from the New York Yankees and St. Louis Cardinals. Through his process, Ted would eventually sign with the minor league San Diego Padres, an affiliate of the Boston Red Sox, as his mother was worrisome of Williams leaving home at such a young age. Williams would achieve moderate success in the minor leagues early, quickly rising to Double-A by the time he was 19. While there, he met Rogers Hornsby, a man who hit over 400 multiple times. Hornsby taught Ted how to get a good pitch, and Ted would really lean on him for advice. While at the Double-A level, Williams quickly became the team star. He collected his first hit and his first at-bat of the season, as well as his first and second home runs during his 3rd game. Both were inside-the-park home runs. Williams later had a 22-game hitting streak that lasted from Memorial Day through mid-June. Williams ended up hitting .366 with 46 home runs and 142 RBIs on his way to receiving the American Association's Triple Crown for the 1938 season. By the time the 1939 Red Sox spring training came around, they opened up a spot in the outfield for Ted Williams. The Red Sox traded right fielder Ben Chapman to the Cleveland Indians to make room for Williams on the roster. Even though Chapman had hit .340 in the previous season, Williams inherited the now famous number 9 that the Red Sox would retire in his honor. Later making his MLB debut on April 20th against the Yankees in his first series at Fenway Park, Williams hit a double, a home run, and a triple. The first 2 came against Cotton Pippen, who gave Williams his first professional strikeout in the minor leagues while in San Diego. By July, Williams was hitting just .280 but leading the league in RBIs. Williams ended up hitting .327 with 31 home runs, 145 RBIs, leading the major leagues in the latter category. The first rookie to lead the league in RBIs and finishing 4th in MVP voting. He also led the AL in walks with 107, a rookie record. Even though there was not a Rookie of the Year award established yet in 1939, Babe Ruth declared Williams to be the Rookie of the Year, which Ted later said was good enough for me. Williams followed up his rookie campaign with a stellar sophomore season, but perhaps his most prolific season came in 1941. Against the Chicago White Sox on May 7th in extra innings, Williams told Red Sox pitcher Charlie Wagner to hold the White Sox since he was going to hit a home run. In the 11th inning, Williams' prediction came true as he hit a big blast to help the Red Sox win. The home run is still considered to be the longest home run ever to be hit in the old Comiskey Park, some saying that it went over 600 feet. Williams' average slowly climbed in the first half of May, and on May 15th, he started a 22-game hitting streak from May 17th to June 1st. Williams batted .536, and with his season average going above 400 on May 25th, and then continuing up to .430. By the All-Star break, Williams was hitting .406 with 62 RBIs and 16 home runs. In mid-September, Williams was hitting .413, but dropped a point a game from then on. Before the final 2 games of the season, a doubleheader against the Philadelphia Athletics, he was batting .39955. which would have officially been rounded up to 400. Red Sox manager Joe Cronin offered him the chance to sit out on the final day, but he declined. "If I'm going to be a 400 hitter," he said at the time, "I want more than my toenails on the line." Williams went 6 for 8 on the day, finishing the season at .406, although with sac flies counting as the bats in 1941, Ted would have batted roughly .420 based upon today's rules. 1941 was special because it is often considered to be the most prolific offensive season of all time. Though the MVP award would go to DiMaggio, the .406 batting average, his first of 6 batting championships, is still the highest batting average in Major League since 1924, and the last time any Major League player has hit over 400 for a season after averaging at least 3 plate appearances per game. While Williams was prolific on the field, his service off the field is even more impressive. Like many baseball players during his era, Ted Williams left baseball for a few years to serve his country. Ted, a world-class fighter pilot, would achieve many war accolades and proved to be monumental in victory. All in all, between World War II and the Korean War, Ted would forfeit roughly 5 years of his baseball career. Through the rest of his career, Ted would consistently hit well over 300, on occasion achieving a batting average of almost 370 and sitting at 350 consistently. On July 17, 1956, Williams became the 5th player to hit 400 home runs, following Mel Ott in 1941, Jimmy Foxx in 1938, Lou Gehrig in 1936, and Babe Ruth in 1927. In 1957, Williams batted .388 to lead the majors. To end his stellar career, Williams hit a home run in his last at-bat on September 28, 1960. While Ted Williams lacked defensive ability, he put such an effort into his offense that he more than made up for these deficiencies. Over his career, Ted Williams amassed a lifetime batting average of .344 with 2,654 hits, 521 home runs, the highest career on-base percentage, standing in at .482, over 1,800 RBIs, 6 batting titles, 2 Triple Crowns, 2 MVPs, which should have been more. While many speculate that if Ted Williams would have played those additional 5 years, he would have retired the single-season home run leader, the single-career home run leader as well. Even though this did not happen, Ted still had a stellar career and was able to achieve his lifetime goal of people saying, "There goes Ted Williams, the greatest hitter who ever lived."